All right, so I want to take a look at the free agent situation going into 2024. Main reason why is because, as you can see, well, advertisement here, as you can see from our list of free agents, there's a lot of free agents that potentially could be leaving us. Obviously, T. Higgins is one of them and is the biggest player. Cheeto is also, Jonah Williams, Tyler Boyd, DJ Reader, Irv Smith, and etc., etc., etc. So, with that being said, I kind of want to take a look today at the free agent pool and what we can expect to potentially sign this offseason. So let's go ahead and talk about the running backs, because I think that's probably the most important. I mean, running quarterbacks, you could say for backup quarterback, if you don't want to go Jake Browning, but there isn't really any good options at quarterback. Even quarterbacks who are in the last year of contract, because a lot of these guys will probably get signed back. Keep in mind that we do have $84 million to spend on free agents, so that includes our own free agents and future free agents. But taking a look at some of these guys here, like Sam Darnold, not really an option. I would love to see Cooper Rush on our team as our backup quarterback. I feel like if we got him before, we would be a lot more successful. But yes, so running back wise, Derrick Henry leads the charge. Obviously, he is on the last year of his contract. He is going to be 30 years old in 2024. So you're getting up there with price tag. The thing about Derrick Henry, though, is that he's going to get a big contract from a crappy team. Maybe the Arizona Cardinals, for example. They beat the Steelers today. I love you, Arizona. I love you. Anyway, though, so Derrick Henry, as I was saying, though, they're going to, he'll probably get a big contract from a crappy team for like a 3-year contract. And the only reason I trash on Arizona for that is because Arizona signed Emmitt Smith at the end of his career when he was absolutely done and washed up. And it is the funniest thing to me still. Josh Jacobs, number 2, he signed a franchise contract or franchise tag for a 1-year contract. So he will be a free agent after this year. And most likely he's going to be leaving the Las Vegas Raiders. So can you imagine if we did lose T. Higgins, but we went out there and put the money into getting Josh Jacobs? I don't know, man. Like, I'll be honest with you. I'm not against the idea of getting a running back. Obviously, this would, take away money for the rest of the guys. And if they want to revamp this team completely, they can. I would love to see all these guys that we have, come back and try to rework this team in that way. But if they want to, the option B is absolutely F it. I think that's option B at this point. Saquon, I would say no. he's just too injury prone. He's way too injury prone for me. I would not want him on our team for that said reason. He's a great running back though. Tony Pollard, Dalvin Cook, Austin Eckler, Cordell Patterson. I mean, these top of the list here are all going to get like 11, 12 offers from so many different teams, and they're going to get the bag. So, while yes, I am talking about this, realistically speaking, we're not going to get any of these guys. Realistically speaking. Austin Eckler would probably be the best option for us just because he's 29 years old, so he might be up there in age enough. He does have injury concerns. Definitely a problem. Another thing I will say is that he does give that that receiving threat, that pass blocking, and that running threat, which we really do need on our offense. So that's another guy we could go with there. Gus Bus, I'm not really interested in. Zeke Elliott, we had a chance. We still have a chance, I think, right? He's still, is he a free agent? No, he's still on the Patriots. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, DeAndre Swift, and we go down this list here. There's not too many options I'm really too interested in. Samaje Perine obviously is not going to be a free agent. He's going to be on the Broncos for the next 2 seasons. I will say one guy, if I had to list one guy, A.J. Dillon does interest me a lot. I know that, it'll be interesting to see what Green Bay does with him because of the fact that Aaron Jones is clearly, with his injuries, he clearly needs to retire. And A.J. Dillon is the future. But if they let A.J. Dillon go, I would be against the idea of picking him up and seeing what we can get out of him. As more of a bell cow back, if anything. But still, I wouldn't be against that idea. And then once you get down this list here, the running backs kind of fall off the face of the earth. There's not really any good running backs there. Wide receivers, let's take a look at this. So Mike Evans leads the charge. Obviously, T. Higgins is on here too. He's actually way down here, surprisingly enough. Like he should be higher than that. But Mike Evans leads the charge. We're not going to go Mike Evans. We don't go for the players that are 30 years old. Odell Beckham, same concept. Curtis Samuel, he's going to get a lot of offers just because he's Curtis Samuel, but I don't really think they're going to target a wide receiver in free agency. The reason why I say this is because obviously, let's say, okay, hypothetically speaking, T and Tyler Boyd goes. I think they're going to re-sign, they're going to franchise tag T. Higgins. 1 year, $25 million, which is a lot of money to spend on him. But at the same time, he is one of the best receivers in the NFL when he is healthy. I got to say when he's healthy because recently he hasn't been healthy. But he is one of the best wide receivers. So I think he will get franchise tagged. With that being said, Tyler Boyd most likely will be gone. So I think what they're going to try to do here is Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, right? And then your slot guy is going to be Yoshi. Your fourth guy is going to be Trenton Irwin. And your fifth guy is going to be Chuck Sizzle. And I feel like that's kind of how they're going to move forward with that squad as long as they can. So I don't expect us to target a wide receiver of any kind. But there is so many great receivers who are going to be hitting free agency. Keep in mind, guys, all these players I'm listing right here could get re-signed by their said team at any point. So just keep that in mind. These guys are not 100% going to hit free agency. These guys could be re-signed by anybody, but chances are they probably won't end up getting re-signed for the most part. So again, it depends on how much money, but these are all guys on the contract year, and the team either is interested or interested just not at the correct price that they want. So I don't think we're going to target that. We could target running back. That's very possible. Tight end could be another position we target this offseason. I would love to see us draft a tight end, but we've looked at it in our mock draft Mondays, and we're going to be doing one tomorrow, by the way. And the tight end position, unless you're going to get Brock Bowers at a top 10 pick, it's really not worth it to go tight end this year in the draft, which really sucks because last year was the year to go with tight end, but this year is just simply not the case. So it's like you kind of have to now get forced to go toward the tight end position in this category. Now, I think moving forward after this year, it's going to be Tanner Hudson as our starting tight end, and then we're going to kind of figure out the rest behind that. Hunter Henry, no way. Dalton Schwartz, I wouldn't be against that, but he'll get a lot of contract offers. Literally, the top guys right here will get a lot of contract offers. Oh, Big Dog is still here. Let's go. Yeah, Big Dog, no, we're not going to get him. Irv Smith. No, never again. Never again. Jimmy Graham, I mean, he has to retire after this year. I don't think he'll come back. But going down this list here, yeah, these tight ends are kind of wishy-washy. There's no one good here at all. So, I don't know if they're going to target any tight end. Again, like I said, that means they might just stick with who they have, which, isn't really new for the Cincinnati Bengals. They're very common at sticking with what they have. So, let's see right tackle, because we might lose Jonah. Alright, so we're going with plan B here, okay? Plan B is either we draft a tackle or we pray on everything that we don't lose our tackle. Because, yeah, that right tackle class right there is kind of ugly for free agency. Alright. Now, let's go to overall tackle. Overall tackle gives us more of an option here. Because this gives us options that could play both positions. This is where Jonah would be in, because Jonah's a left and right tackle. So, right tackle is strictly right tackle, left tackle is strictly left tackle, and then tackle in general, it just means that they could play both positions. Guys, hold up. The Chiefs scored, and I'm kind of upset about that, because I want the Packers to win. Come on, Tom Grossi! You got to win that game for us. Alright, So, I think the strategy here, guys, is going to be, please just re-sign Jonah Williams for a cheap contract and get him under contract, and just hopefully with how bad he played this year, we can just figure it out in the draft and then try to have him as a backup. Guard, this would be obviously a replacement for our boy Volson, because if we go next year with Cordell Volson, I might pull my hair out. I'm not going to lie to you. Dalton Reisner is not a bad option, to be honest. Kevin Laitler, I mean, he used to play for us, but he's 34. They're not going to sign him. I think the Ravens will probably try to keep him anyway. He actually was complaining about the Ravens because he wanted more money. So that's, again, another reason why I don't think we're going to go for him. There isn't really any standout guards. And again, top of the list here, a lot of these guys are going to get crazy contracts. And we're not going to be able to offer crazy contracts. A lot of these contracts, if we get free agents, they're going to be based on the fact that we offer them a smaller contract, but we offer them a chance to win a Super Bowl. And that's really what this is going to come down to. Guards aren't really that crazy great. Let's go with pass rushers. Let's go with edge. Let's see what edge rushers got. Leonard Williams, man. I would love, 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 and I know everyone watching this video has either said this or thought this, and it's not going to happen. But, oh, Josh Allen. That would be a nice pickup. Josh Allen, Jermaine Pratt, and Logan Wilson. No one else here that I would say money-wise I would want. Personally, I wouldn't mind Yannick Ngakoue. I think he could be really good for us. I think he just was a really... He wasn't really good in Baltimore because they tried to put him at linebacker and it completely failed. But I would not be against the idea of going with Yannick Ngakoue. He's only 29 years old. So, but again, a lot of people are going to say this one guy. And is he... He's a D tackle, actually. He's not a defensive lineman. I will say, though, if we do lose DJ Reader, Chase Young, obviously, Carl Lawson... I feel they're going to re-sign Chase Young, the 49ers. They might not, though. They might just use him as a one-year rental and let him hit the market. That might be best for him overall-wise. But D-tackle, I've seen everyone. Chris Jones, man. Chris Jones. Now, Chris Jones can be 30-plus next year, so we usually don't... Okay, I love the sales event. Thank you. Anyway, we usually do not sign anyone over 30 years old. And last time we did, actually at the tackle position, was Geno Atkins. We signed him to a 4-year contract, and he didn't work out because after 2 years, he retired. I'm going to say he didn't work out, but he didn't play the full 4 years. So I really wouldn't say we're going to get Chris Jones, and the amount of money he would want and how much money he wants from the Chiefs, it's not going to happen. DJ Reader obviously is number 2. Bringing him back is going to be nearly impossible with how much money he deserves / he wants. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works out. But other than that, the D-tackle position, man, Michael Pierce maybe. Michael Pierce sucks. He was Ravens and the Vikings forever. And he's old too. He's 31 years old. I don't know why I said maybe. That's not going to happen. Yeah, we might have to look for the draft. There is a couple great tackles in this draft, and even a 3rd, 4th round tackles that are going to be pretty solid. So we might have to look for tackles in the draft. Cornerback, ugh. Because we're probably going to lose Cheeto. What other corner are we going to lose? Just Cheeto, right? Yeah, pretty much just Cheeto. So, for cornerback-wise... See, I wouldn't... You know what I would say like this, right? I wouldn't mind going with someone who's maybe a little bit less developed. So that's like, big name guy, but kind of a smaller name guy. Give him league minimum, give him like nothing guaranteed, and seeing how we can work with him rather than going big boy money-wise. Trey Flowers would be interesting bringing him back after, he left us. But I guess like a guy I would think about that could be like a kind of a not really wishy-washy guy that could work out. Would be Cheeto. I think Cheeto would be a great addition to our squad. Nah, I think if we're going like what I just said there, kind of like a younger guy to mold, Sean Bunting Jr. would be a great option. I wouldn't mind against him. He would be a decent option. He used to play for Tampa Bay for a little bit of time. Then he went to Tennessee, and he's a really good option. So I don't, like I said, here's how I look at it, right? I don't think we're going to target too many players in free agency, in all honesty. But I will say that I think that the free agents we do target might be of a lesser talent. And the Green Bay Packers got stopped 3-and-out. Oh, the Chiefs going to win that game. Okay, nice to know that. Good job, guys. I think the guys we're going to target, if anything, in free agency are going to be lesser players, but still going to be like, good younger guys that have potential to be something. I think that's what we would probably go for. Taylor Rapp, please. Taylor Rapp. Come on. We messed up the first time, okay? I know Nick's guy got a 3-year contract. Okay, listen, okay? Trade Nick Scott to another team and just say you're going to pay the contract off and don't, and then sign Taylor Rapp. Come on. Taylor Rapp actually played with Nick Scott, so maybe just make Nick Scott a special teamer. It's just you can't do that for $12 million. You pay him $12 million to be on that team. You can't pay him that much and him be a special teamer. But, oh, man. Yeah. And then what about punter? Because our punter this year, Brad Robbins, again, we'll see how he develops. So far, he hasn't been that great. Yeah, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Brad Robbins is going to have to get better. Thank you guys for watching.